What's up, guys? Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. What's up, D, Evan, and Mitch? So I'm watching LIVX here. You can see it's gapping up some, low volume though. I'd like to see the volume pick up, preferably at the open. Gapping up from 695 to 790, but I will consider it for a short, maybe down to 6 right here. And so we'll see what happens with it. Not my favorite one though. Also watching TYHT. You can see this one is at 223, gapping up from 170. And so a pretty big gap for this one. Watching this one for a short or a long, maybe over 223 for a long setup, depending on how strong it looks. And maybe under 2 for a short if it drops that low. Watching AFSI here, gapping up from 1343 to 1410. Had a lot of movement in after hours, not that much in pre-market. So I'm keeping an eye on it, but we'll see. CARV. Definitely watching this one for a short just because it opened up around $4 yesterday and it reached all the way up to almost $11, over $11 at one point and basically 12, but it's gapping up a small amount in after hours. It's just up so much already. Maybe consider it for a short. Also looking at EIGR, gapping up as well from 1680 to 1755. Keeping an eye on this one for sure. See what this one does. It's up a pretty big amount from yesterday as well, so because of that I'm a little bit more short biased with it, but it could easily push up, so we'll see what happens. CERN gapping up from 6062 to 6450, and so a decent sized gap. Watching this one for a short under 64 here, maybe down to this 6365 level, 6350 level or so. We'll see what happens with that one. AMD, high floater, but gapping up some from 1282 to 1314. And because this one has such a big float, this is actually a pretty big percentage move because it has such a large float. It's a big move for this stock relative to the float. And so we'll keep an eye on this one as well. VLRX here. You can see gapping up, decent volume from 144 to 195. I'm watching this one over 2 here. And over 204 for that high of pre-market. See if you can break that. If not, maybe look for a short down to 180. I have to use a little bit larger sizing, but we'll see. QTNT gapping up from 469 to 520. Watching this one around this 520 level. See if it can hold support there, and over 530 as well. If it ends up falling, maybe a short down to 5 right here. So we'll see what happens with that one. HEAR. From 1609 to 1720. This one's been crazy the last few weeks. Keeping an eye on this one for sure. It's been moving a lot every day, so we'll see if it continues and maybe pushes up or down some, and just try to react to what I see this one do at the open. Good morning, D. Evan, Mitch, Power Zone. What's up, man? What's wrong? What's wrong? Power Zone can't trade for the next for 2 days. The weekend. I thought you said 2 weeks at first. I don't know why. What's up, Andrew? Good morning, man. What's up, Mitch? Sean, the best. Khaled. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about it. It all just depends. Like, really, I'm not going to short it within the first 15 minutes or so. Just too much risk. What's up, Seven? Good morning, Salty. Good morning, Tiny. Alright, so I'll go ahead and add my watch list to the chat, and then I'm going to check. Hopefully, some of these little these gapping penny stocks will be tradable. I'm just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping here. I'm hoping at least some of them will be, Here's my watch list thus far, though. Let's see. Alright, so give me a second. And I'm going to check to see if any of these are actually tradable. All right. All right, so yeah, you can see CARV starting to drop some. It's actually right down to where it closed at, so it's break even in pre-market right now. We'll see. This one's just had a lot of crazy volume. You know, they said Warren Buffett took out a stake in this company. Some people don't believe it though. I was listening to a few people, they don't believe that. So we'll see what happens with it. Let's see. Let's see if any of these are tradable, and then I'll go over why these are moving. Kind of crossing my fingers here, hoping some of these will be tradable. All right, so LIVX is a no. HEAR is a tradable. AFSI is tradable. CARV is not tradable. So I guess there goes my short with that one. Can't short it. That's kind of a bummer. TYHT is not tradable either. EIGR is not tradable, and that's frustrating. CERN is tradable. AMD is tradable. VLRX is tradable. Man, so this is just going to be one of those days. XTNT is not tradable. So yeah, this is just one of those days where nothing is tradable. Frustrating for sure. Maybe look at here. EIGR, I guess. But yeah, very frustrating. I'm still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else. MTEX getting a volume spike here. It's not tradable either. Man, you know, this week's been overall pretty good with what stocks have been tradable and trading at. But man, today is just not my day for it though. Not a lot that's actually tradable. UAVS is tradable. Maybe watch this one. See if this one can move. So I guess I'm watching CERN, one of my biggest watches. Let me know if you guys see anything else that I missed. Kind of wish I could trade CARV, but unfortunately it's not tradable. Riot looks interesting. RIOT here. You see Riot. I mean, it's technically gapping down, but it's moving a lot. Had a really big push yesterday, so keep an eye on this one around 9. Depending on if it breaks over or under 9. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Let's see. And so yeah, that's not too much tradable today. Kind of aggravated with it, but CHK, Chesapeake Energy. I remember this one. Chesapeake Energy. Yeah, it's gapping up some. I'll keep an eye on it. I'm pretty sure it's tradable. Very high float stock. Yeah, it's tradable. Let's see. I'll go ahead and add this one to my watch list as well. Let's see what the SPY's doing. SPY is down some. Let's see what it did yesterday. Yesterday was basically a break-even day for the SPY. Very important low right here, right around 271. See if it can hold over there. Yeah, I'm looking at VLRX. Unfortunately, I can't trade it, which is a pain in the butt. I can't complain too much. I mean, this week's been pretty good with which stocks have been tradable, and you know, for the most part, I've been able to trade a significant amount of stocks that's on my watch list. Yeah, so I ended up getting out of, what was it, JNCE. I got out for a small loss yesterday. I think I ended the day like down $4, $3, maybe less than that. It was actually like 2 something before commission, so very tiny loss on the day yesterday. Hopefully I can finish the week strong here. INPX. Yeah, I'm watching LIVX as well. I can't trade it though. INPX, you know, it's up some, but the volume, I mean, it's actually down technically in pre-market, but the volume's just so low. I just don't know if I can really want to trade it. AKER. Yeah, it's moving some. It just doesn't move much at all during the day. I mean, it did Tuesday, but since Tuesday, it's been just kind of choppy. And so, yeah, but I'm watching CERN for a continuation short here. Under this level, 64 down to maybe 63.50. Gonna have to take bigger sizing in it, just because it's a higher float stock, or it's a more expensive stock, but it doesn't have a huge range, and so I'll have to use a little bit bigger sizing than I'm used to with more expensive stocks. But we'll see how it works out. Yeah, I'm definitely watching. Oh, ears. I didn't see ears. Let me see. Yeah, volume's just not really there though. I mean, it's up, you know, but I just don't know how much it's really gonna run. It usually moves a little bit every day in pre-market and after hours. Like you can see here, gap down 10 cents or so. Yesterday did the same thing, pulled right back up. Today it's gapping up a small amount, but usually it does it. You know, I wouldn't say the volume's, you know, above what it usually does for the most part in pre-market if you look at the volume bars. Appreciate it, D. Evan. What's up, Atheon, man? I think I texted you, Atheon. I think I did. Let me see. I might have forgot to hit send. But yeah, I kind of like EGY. It's not too bad. Oh, you texted me last about the EMA. Yeah, I might try to use the EMA and VWAP today. Good morning, Mr. Eric. Been stuck in ears for a week. What's going on with it? NAK. ECYT looks okay. It looks kind of interesting here. Gapping up some. I'm going to watch ECYT. I know I can trade that one as well. Alright, so let's look up the news for some of these stocks. Time to check out the news release. First one I'm going to start with is... what was some of those big movers? It's LIVX. Even though I can't trade them, I'm still looking at them. LIVX. What was the other one? TYHT. So let's start off with those, even though I can't trade them, just in case any of you can. Alright, so LIVX here. Alright, so it says LiveX Live Media to live stream Rock on the Range. LIVX beginning this Friday, May 18th. A global digital media company focused on live entertainment is live streaming performances to music fans worldwide from Rock on the Range, America's largest and most acclaimed rock festival. And so that's causing LIVX to be somewhat up. It's actually technically gapping down some now. Very low volume, so we'll see what LIVX can do. Next one I'm looking at is TYHT on the top right. Let's see. Shineko, which is TYHT, a China-based purveyor of herbal medicines, agricultural products, specialized textiles, and other plant-based products, rose 32% pre-bell after reporting after hours Thursday sharply improved fiscal quarter 3 results ended March 31st. Shineko reported fiscal quarter 3 EPS of 21 cents, up from 9 cents a year earlier, and revenue of $13.3 million, up 68% year over year. And so that's good news. Good quarter 3 earnings for TYHT. Next one I'm looking at is AFSI. Alright, so it says activist investor Carl Icahn is contesting an attempt by the primary owners of AmTrust Financial Services, Inc. to take, where did I go? To take the company private, saying the company hasn't treated its public shareholders fairly. In a letter to AmTrust Thursday, Mr. Icahn says the Carfunkel and Zeiskan families, which control the New York workers' compensation insurer, are blatantly taking advantage of the company's minority shareholders. Mr. Icahn disclosed Thursday that he owns a 9.38% stake in AmTrust and says the company's board should push back a shareholder vote on its $2.7 billion going private deal, which is currently scheduled for June 4th. An AmTrust spokesperson couldn't immediately be reached for comment. And Mr. Icahn said AmTrust stealthily set a record date of April 5th for voting on the transaction, but didn't tell shareholders or the market about it. That had the effect of disfranchising investors who bought tens of millions of AmTrust shares since then with the expectation that they would be able to vote on that deal, Mr. Icahn said. And so, I mean, I don't really know why AmTrust is up because of that. I mean, I think that may be something different. Let me see. Alright, it just says AmTrust shares up 7% after Carl Icahn opposes plan to go private, discloses stake. And so I guess because he disclosed his, I think it was 9.8% stake in the company, I think because of that, people are seeing that he is actually staked in the company, and thus, you know, it gapped up a decent amount. At the same time, I think him opposing what the company's overall going to do is bad for the stock, and so I'm actually watching this one for a short, maybe down to 13.50, see if it can fill some of that gap and be break even. The next one I'm looking at is CARV here. It just says CARV surged more than 190% late trade Thursday on no apparent news. Volume of 5.3 mil. Shares was sharply higher than the company's average daily turnover of about 7,200 shares. Gains accelerated around 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The bank is the holding company for Carver Federal Savings Bank, which offers consumer and business banking products and services and has its roots in 1940s Harlem, New York. While the company said it did not normally comment on daily stock news, it said in a statement late Thursday it, quote-unquote, has not taken any corporate action that would explain the trading activity and is not in possession of any material, non-public information that would prompt the trading activists, and that, to the company's knowledge, no insiders have sold or acquired any of the company's shares recently. And so they're basically saying they don't know why the stock is up. I find that pretty hard to believe, but, you know, I wish I could short it. Unfortunately, I can't trade this one, but you can see it's up a huge amount from 4 to 13.40 at its highs, sitting at 10.88 now. All right, so I'm looking at RIOT. Had a pretty big day yesterday, sitting at $9 now. But up yesterday from 8.15 to 9.75, so a pretty big day. Let's see if anything came out with this one. No apparent news for RIOT. Interesting. Next one I'm looking at is CERN here. A big gap. Okay, so it says Cerner rises 3% on debt of Veterans Affairs deal. Cerner, which is CERN, added 3% after the company said its Cerner Government Services Inc. A deal with the Department of Veterans Affairs (VA) to use off-the-shelf Cerner solutions to provide veterans, transitioning service members, and their care providers access to their medical history through a single electronic health record. So that's interesting. So CERN is good. It's up on that news. AMD is up. Looking at AMD now. It just says Advanced Micro Devices price target announced at $18 a share by Cohen & Co. I guess that's why it's up. Rating was raised, or the price target was raised, I'm sorry, on AMD. So we'll keep an eye on that one. VLRX here. Gapping up a pretty big amount. Nice volume here from 141 to 192. And this one is up after Valeritas announces positive clinical results across 2 new studies evaluating Vigo wearable insulin delivery devices in patients with type 2 diabetes. So, a medical technology company which offers Vigo wearable insulin delivery device. I can't barely read it. It's in blue. A simple all-in-one insulin delivery option for patients with diabetes. Announced positive results were shared today from 2 new studies during poster presentations at the American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists annual scientific and clinical congress held in Boston, Massachusetts. And so good news and good results for VLRX. We'll see if it continues at the open. UAVS is another one I'm keeping an eye on. I appreciate the sub, Bruce Lee. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. And let's see. Last one I'm looking at is, or the last 2 is UAVS. Up a small amount. Low volume, though, so going to be careful with this one. No apparent news out on UAVS. Next is HEAR here, which is Turtle Beach. And it doesn't really have any news out on it now. It's just kind of been moving crazy the last few days. And so that's my watch list for this morning. Hopefully we get a few more movers. A lot of these were moving in after hours, but haven't really moved that much in pre-market. So hopefully we get some decent movers pop up here. What's up, Dollar Trader D Champion? VTVT. You know, it's not too bad. I kind of like this one. Appreciate the sub, Ryan. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, so I kind of like this one. It's at 159. You know, it opened up yesterday at 159, went all the way up to 184, gapping up a small amount. Big support level at 180, so that's ultimately the point I'm watching this one for. I don't think it's tradable in TradeNet either, though. Nope, can't trade it. But yeah, that's really what I'm watching it. See if it bounces off of 180. Let's see. I'm trying to find what to put on my main monitor. I guess I'll put here. Maybe CERN. Yeah, just try to watch these 3. Yeah, I'm watching QTNT as well. It has overall low volume, though. What's up, Lubisi? Welcome. Good morning, Alba. Good morning, Amy. Eric. That's rough, Mr. Eric Wade. All right, so yeah, we got some movers. Typical Friday though. Overall, pretty low volume in pre-market. Still got a few options to trade though. Still kind of looking, see what I can find here. I might try to use the VWAP today. I was actually in. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Ascend Trading. They have some good videos out. They're a little bit different type of traders than I am. Ascend Trading, but I was watching one of their streams yesterday, and you know, he was saying how valuable the VWAP was. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. Don't really know them that well, but it seemed like they have some good content. So check out Ascend Trading if you guys ever have time. But yeah, I was kind of checking that stuff out. And I used to use the VWAP more. I don't use it that much, but I might try to start using it a little bit more. Let's see. I know it's in volatility studies. No, it's in. I gotta remember where VWAP is. There it is. It's in trend studies. Does anybody remember how to take these bars off? I just want the purple bar, the middle bar, the actual VWAP. Because you can see it bounces off of there a lot of the time. I gotta figure out how to take these bars off. Maybe show plot. No, that didn't work. I gotta figure out how to take these VWAP or these the top and bottom bars off, man. Yeah, if anybody knows, upper band. Try that. There we go. No. I gotta figure out how to do this. I'm just gonna remove it. Alright, so I'm still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else today. Good morning, NYC, Bruce Lee. BLNK, Ronald. Okay, appreciate it, Salty. TYHT looks okay. Usually when a stock gaps up this much, I'm more short biased with it, but there's no telling. Gonna keep an eye on it. Yeah, but how do you turn it off? I mean, this is what I see here, VWAP customization. I'm trying to take it off here. Oh well. I'm just gonna remove it. Yeah, I'm still gonna looking to see what else I can find. There's QTNT as well. Oh man, dropping my phone. You can see QTNT here. 519. Gapping up from 469. I don't think I could trade this one either. HH, this is Thinkorswim, is what I'm using for charts on the right side. This is TradeNet on the left side. Where in settings though? Like what settings do I go to? Oh, okay. Here, let me try it one more time here. I'm going to get it, guys. I'm going to get it. Hang in there. Uncheck the show plot. I see. Appreciate it. That helps, man. Appreciate it. I got it. All right, cool. Appreciate it, man. Let me try to add this to these as well. What did I have here? Yeah, I'm trying to, I mean, I don't use the VWAP very much, and so I don't know how much I'll try to trade off of it, but kind of start watching it. And yeah, let me know if you guys see anything else that I missed. It's Friday, so there's not a lot of options today, really. Not a lot of volume, really, is what I should say. Alright, there we go. Got my VWAP set up. What's up, Ant? Good morning, man. I don't know. I kind of like the purple. You know, I'm an LSU fan, and so I kind of like the purple. You know what I mean? I think I'll keep the purple. Now I should do my support and resistance lines as gold, and I should do my VWAP line as purple, so my chart can be LSU'd out. You know. Good morning, outsiders. What's up, man? I wanted to see. I saw somebody's comment. It says, where'd it go? What did you mean by turn the transparency up 100%? Bruce Lee, WTI. Yeah, it had a pretty big day yesterday. Yeah, I don't mind this one. Yeah, and the biggest thing with the VWAP is that you can see like it changes the trend a lot of the time when it breaks under it or over it. A good example is WTI here. You can see the trend was down, and then when it broke over the VWAP, the trend changed and it started to push up. So that looks interesting. Maybe I'll start to pay attention to that. But yeah, keep an eye on UAVS here. Small gap from 211 to 229. Not the best volume, but we'll see what happens at the open, see if we can get a volume spike. Still kind of looking, see if I can find anything else. VLRX looks pretty good. I can't trade it, but for y'all's benefit, I could show you VLRX. Looks good. Up from 144 to 193. Pretty big volume in pre-market relative to what it usually does. Watching this one over 2 and 204. Yeah, keep an eye on CARV as well. Don't really know what this one's going to do. Kind of going sideways, but yeah, and you can see a lot of these, it bounces directly off of the VWAP here. I mean, the VWAP was right around the whole $1.09, so, you know. But you can see when it broke over the VWAP here, the trend changed. So maybe that's kind of, maybe I'll try to develop a trading strategy around that. McDuffel, the SPY today. I don't know. It's down some. Yesterday was break even. Worried it may be a little choppy today, but who knows? Hopefully it doesn't fall. I always want to see the SPY up, even though I'm a short bias trader. So, but you know, we'll see. TYHT pushing up, breaking over the high of pre-market. It's at 233 now. Broke over that high at 233, got up to 235. But the SPY's down some. I mean, it's down small, but, you know, I'm watching under 271. I think that's kind of the crucial level with it, is this 271 point. A lot of times on Fridays, I, you know, get in pairs trades of the SPY and the TVIX, but the SPY has to be volatile enough for me to really jump into the SPY or the TVIX. And so we'll see, you know, gonna wait and just try to find good setups. Be patient. Yeah, regardless of whether it's 15 million or 4 million, I mean, I know there's a big difference, but it's still a low floater for the most part. Both of those are still considered small floats. You can see VLRX dropping big, though. It's at 187 now. And watching CERN here. RIOT kind of spiking up here. Gonna keep an eye on that one as well. Although I think RIOT is a horrible company overall. It's not a good company. Yeah, I'm definitely watching TYHT and you're holding a put, McDuffel. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I always, you know, even though I'm a short bias trader, it's a little ironic because I'm a short bias trader, but I always want the stock to go up. I always want, not the stock, I always want the SPY to go up just for the overall health of our market. You know what I mean? Now, pullbacks are healthy, but, you know, I always want to see the U.S. market doing well just because I live in the U.S., and so I don't really want to see it down. All right, market opens up in 30 seconds, guys. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, I'm watching CARV as well, Ronald. All right, market opens up in about 10 seconds, fellas. So good luck, everyone. Hopefully we can all do well today. Here's the open right now. All right, so there's the open. All right, so AFSI dropping some. Down to 1382. AMD falling down some. TYHT pushing up. That's right, Mitch. I mean, yeah, I'm going to try to be patient today. Watching AFSI here, I mean, the only really entry I like now is under 1350. If it breaks under there and continues breaking past that closing price at about 1350. So I'm waiting. Kind of bummed out. CERN was one I was looking at for a short, but it just dropped so much already in pre-market. TYHT, we'll see if we can find some support where this previous resistance was at 233. It doesn't look like it's going to. Kind of break under the lows here. Everything kind of dropping. AMD, a lot of stuff dropping this morning, at least from the get. We'll see if it bounces back, rebounds some, maybe get some washout longs in. HEAR dropping some, holding under the VWAP. TYHT basically choppy right now. here dropping. SPY is up a little bit. BLNK up some. UGP pushing up. Oh, I missed this one. I kind of like CBP, especially if it continues falling here. Breaks under these lows. SPY's up some still, pushing up. AMD pushing up. NEWR pushing up some. Kind of looking at MYE for a continuation short under 1870. CERN bouncing back some here. Market, the SPY's kind of pulling back a little bit. We'll see what happens. QTNT. QTNT pushing up some, pulling back down. Very choppy, slow day overall right now. You can see the SPY is starting to kind of crack here a little bit. VLRX breaking under the low of the day here. AMD pushing up pretty strong though. You can see the SPY looks like it's about to crack under the lows here. At least it's testing it now. VLRX kind of having a little washout long right here. If you look at VLRX, trying to get over 2 here. Big upwick. Means a lot of selling pressure. Alright, so there's the SPY cracking under the lows of the day here, under 2160 or under 60 cents, 271.60. SPY continues to crash here, down to 271.50. We'll see if it bounces some here when it gets there. Watching HEAR under 16. I want to see it break under 16, hold that area as resistance. Once it does break under, it's preferable what I want to see. DDE. You can see DDE is running a little bit. Cheap stock. Looks like a low float stock. Not tradable. Man. CERN. Watching this one under 62.50. HEAR looks like it's about to crack under 16 here. It's at 16.19. And MYE is another one I'm looking at. A lot of stuff washing this morning. I think a lot of it is following the SPY overall. JNCE has a lot of support at 1138. It's at 1148 now, watching that one. SPY bouncing back a little bit here. Alright, so there goes MYE cracking under the lows. Only reason I don't want to get in, it might bounce off of 1850. Riot trying to fall under 9. SPY bouncing back, it's at 74 cents. LIVX. LIVX is bouncing back nicely here. Breaking over the VWAP. Alright, CERN breaking under the lows here. Now, if CERN pushes up, holds that previous area as resistance, I may jump in with a small share size here. AMD steady climbing. SPY bouncing all the way back here. Look at the SPY. Surprising. Cracking the highs. HEAR bouncing off of that low at 16. Watching CERN pretty close here. And MYE. Well, I tried to get in CERN. Didn't get filled. I hate it when it says this, order rejected, too close to price. Frustrating when it says that. I'll consider jumping in here though. A little bit too late, I guess. Tried to jump in, CERN. It's kind of what I want to see. I want to see it hold that previous support as resistance and crack under it. And that's kind of what it did. Now it's back under. Aggravating. Look at this. Well, I guess my confidence is up there because my trade idea was correct. Now it's a little late. But yeah, CERN broke under where I looked to do it. Basically what I saw is it broke under 62.50, held that previous support at 62.50 as resistance, and then fell. So that's kind of what I look for. Unfortunately, I didn't get filled. Couldn't take advantage of it. VLRX cracking under the lows here. SPY pulling back some again. RIOT bouncing back. VSTM. Yeah, VSTM's looking nice. I know one of these VST stocks were tradable. No, I guess not. Keep an eye on MYE here and Campbell's, CPB. AMRX. Yeah, it's pushing up nicely. QTNT. Yeah, it's just really choppy. Guess maybe, I mean, it's a good thing I didn't get in CERN, but I mean, I definitely could have taken profits there. Up 70 cents or so for CERN. HEAR still trying to crack under these lows here at 16. But look at Momo here, MOMO. Crazy move. Look at this huge move from 38.25 to 39.77 right now. Big move. Let's see what else I can find. FOLD. I'm watching boot under the lows here. TRUE had a nice little push. TAT, if you like these cheap stocks, these little penny stocks, you can see TAT here. Alright, so I'm looking to short HEAR, especially if it bounces back. The spread's kind of gnarly on it though. But if it pushes up, test this previous support as resistance at 16, I'll consider getting into it once it breaks the low of the day again. HEAR just didn't give me that entry. I mean, it broke under the low of the day nicely here. But like I said, preferably I'd like to see it hold that previous support as resistance, and it just didn't do that. But a really nice drop. Momo still trying here up to 40. Look at this drop on HEAR. There goes Momo breaking over 40. ORPN, guys, look at ORPN. Wow, I completely missed this one. Not tradable on TradeNet. Man, nothing's tradable today. Frustrating. But look at ORPN. Look at this move here. From 250 to 350 really quickly in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Went up an entire dollar, still breaking the high of the day here. But look at that move on ORPN. Really big move. Nice move there. Yeah, the higher the volume, the better, Ronald. Because you have to think about it. So, like, technical analysis is self-fulfilling. So, basically, like, the only reason technical analysis works is because other people think it works, right? And so, the more people that are watching for a specific setup or pattern, the more reliable that setup or pattern is ultimately going to be. And in order to get that reliability, you have to have volume. Volume is what ultimately fulfills the pattern. If the volume's not there, you know, you really don't want to jump into a stock. At least in my opinion. I don't like jumping into stocks if there's no volume. Alright, I'm not seeing too much I like right now. Still kind of keeping an eye on a few different things here, but watching Campbell's here. If Campbell's breaks under 34.50 and then holds that area as resistance, I might jump in it. Big drop on ORPN. I wonder why ORPN was up. I mean, most of the time when a stock does this, it's getting pumped up. It's just by whom is it getting pumped up by? Alright, so CERN looks okay again. I just think it's a little bit extended now. We'll see. Maybe under this low here. It's cracking under now. SPY cracking the high of the day. $338. Yeah, I mean, that's rough, man. We'll see how it acts when it's testing the VWAP now. We'll see how it acts there. Where do you get that from, Charles? No, man, I use technical analysis. Like, I'm waiting for very specific patterns. That's why I haven't jumped in anything. Like, really, I'd like to wait, preferably for CERN to hold this previous low as resistance. If it can bounce up to 61.75, hold that area as resistance, I might get in if it breaks 61.50 on the low. But yeah, if I was just blindly jumping in, I would have traded by now. You know, I'm just waiting to see stuff that looks good. For me, at least. DDE. Yeah, I looked at this one earlier. It's starting to test this 240 level. Kind of bouncing off the VWAP most of the time. So it's kind of in a little channel between the VWAP and that previous high at 240. Alright, so here is CERN testing that previous area as resistance. We'll see if it can hold under it. I may consider jumping in. I don't know. It wouldn't be a bad risk-reward trade, but I don't know if it'll get lower than 61.34, where you can see there was support here. No, Charles. Technical analysis is definitely the way, the way to go, at least for me. What I was saying is that technical analysis is self-fulfilling. If you think about it, the only reason it works is because other people think it works. But I mean, it still works. And so I'm not hating on it in any way. I'm just being honest about it. Like, technical analysis only works because other people think it works. And so if you think about it, the more people that are watching for a specific technical analysis pattern or setup, the better that, the more reliable it's going to be, because the more people that are watching for it, the more people that are going to be buying it out at the breakout spot, whatever they deem that to be. And so, the more people that buy it, the more stock that, the more the stock will go up. And so I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying the only reason it works is because other people think it does. And that's fine, because it still works. I mean, it obviously works. It's just, I'm saying it's self-fulfilling, that if nobody else knew about technical analysis, it wouldn't work as well. You know what I mean? So basically, like, the most popular patterns are always going to be the best patterns. The simplest patterns are going to be the best patterns. Why? Because more people know about them. And so more people are buying it at those points, if that makes sense. Right. I mean, I'm just saying it's self-fulfilling because, if you think about it, the only reason it really works is because other people think it works, but it still works. So I'm not hating on it anyway. I use technical analysis. That's what I use. I'm just saying that the more, the more popular and the more simple to set up, the more people that are ultimately watching for it, the better it's going to work, because that's when the most people are buying it and kind of, fulfilling that setup, if that makes sense. What's up, MV? Yeah, man. Vaughn. Vaughn, I trade anything that's moving, man. It doesn't really matter how expensive or cheap it is. If it's moving, I'll trade it. Like yesterday, I was looking at Seadrill. This one is I forgot to look at this one today. 50-cent stock. So yeah, I was looking at this one yesterday. Didn't end up getting into it, but was watching it yesterday. Keeping an eye on ORPN, which is a $3 stock. Looking at CERN, which is a $62 stock. Momo, which is a $40 stock. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter how expensive or cheap the stock is. It's just about whether the volume is there. All right, so here goes Campbell's trying to break under that previous low. This is why I always want to wait for that previous support to turn into resistance, because if you don't and you just jump in at this low of the day here, it's just going to backfire on you. But yeah, appreciate the sub, Vaughn. Appreciate it, man. Kind of a slow, choppy day in the market today. No problem, Vaughn. SPHS. It had a nice volume spike. I'd like to see it kind of follow through with that. Because right now, I mean, the volume's still low. It had a nice volume spike here at 851, but since then it's still kind of low. So we'll see. SPY start. I mean, if I can't start finding anything to trade, I might start trying to just jump in the SPY. See if I can take advantage of a move here. If it starts to be choppy here, I might buy it, looking for it to bounce back, because thus far in the market today, the SPY's been pretty choppy, kind of going back and forth between the high and the low of the day. LGCY. Yeah, LGCY looks okay. I'm watching it around this 850 level here. But yeah, I'll trade anything from a 50-cent stock like Seadrill to the SPY itself. Like, I like trading the SPY itself as well. The SPY is basically a smaller version of the S&P, and the S&P 500 is, it's the 500 largest stocks in the market kind of combined together in one tradable security. And so if you want to see the overall health of the market, you can kind of look at the 5 biggest stocks in the market by the S&P, and you can see if you look at the SPY and the S&P, they're very, very similar. They're basically the same. Doing exactly the same thing. So if you look at the S&P here and the SPY, doing exactly the same thing. And so, it's just the overall health of the market. And so 3 out of 4 stocks follow the overall market. And so you can essentially look at the SPY to see kind of the trend of the rest of the market, if that makes sense. That's rough, Mitch. You'll bounce back, bro. Yeah, look at Cali here. Big volume spike. And then a wash. A little worried it's a chat room pump. Looks very suspect here. I can trade it, though. Nice, Mitch. Good job, bro. What was your entry with Cali? I hope it was way down here. All right, so I'm looking at the SPY here. Seeing it's gonna bounce here at this at this 50 cent level, starting to drop. We'll see. Yeah, guys, sorry I haven't gotten anything today. I just haven't seen anything I really like. I tried to get in CERN here for this drop right here, and it would have been a nice profitable trade, but I didn't get filled, and by the time I tried to get back into it, it was just down too much already. It would have been a losing trade. You can see it ended up bouncing, so kind of waiting, trying to have a little bit of patience today, just trying to wait for good setups. So TRUE, true. Yeah, true, still pushing up here, testing 950. Looking to see if the SPY bounces here. See if I can find anything else that's moving. Friday's a little slow right now. I think Cali's done. We'll see if it holds support at 3. RNN is starting to push here. You can see RNN, it's at 225. Holding over the VWAP. VVPR, I kind of missed this one today. But you can see VVPR here. It's had an okay day thus far. VNet's pushing up as well. CORN, CORN, which is a marijuana stock. It's up to 621. May look to jump in the SPY here if it cracks this low again. It's just got all these support levels underneath it though. And right when I say that, it cracks pretty deep here. We'll see what happens. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. Was really thinking about getting in the SPY going short if it would have gotten rejected at 271.50, but it ended up bouncing back here. Looking at Riot, RIOT. CPB is reversing some here. The only problem with Riot is the volume is just low. You see SESN has been washing some. This is actually EBIO. They changed the ticker name to it. Now it's SESN. Momo bouncing right off of the VWAP here. Campbell Soup kind of rebounding here. There's the SPY cracking underneath the low of the day again. Kind of looking at Campbell Soup here. It's breaking above the VWAP. Trying to get over 35 right here, which is right at the VWAP. I guess I'm going to jump in the SPY. I don't have enough buying power. Maybe 40 shares. Alright, so I'm in the SPY with 40 shares going short. See if it can continue falling here. If not, and it breaks over 271.50, I'll just jump out of it. And of course, right when I say that, it bounces right back. Let's see if that 271.50 area holds as resistance. I think I'm just kind of letting impatience get to me today. I just didn't see too much I really liked right now. And so I'm kind of forcing stuff, but we'll see if it works out. Maybe a longer term hold, see if it continues to fall. FBP getting a little volume spike here. We'll see if it picks up. Need some more volume for sure. Yeah, I was watching HEAR earlier, really. It just didn't give me an entry at that low of the day short. It's bouncing back now, though. Alright, so here's a crack in the SPY. See if we can get a little bit lower. May have a decent amount of support right here though, but if it can crack under that 26-cent level, it looks pretty interesting. Only concerning thing with this one is that it has all the support at 27 cents. And so we'll see if we can get under there, but not super confident in it now. Seems to be finding a little bit of support here at this 37-cent level. So not liking it as much anymore. It's bouncing some here. I'll let it test this level right here, and if it breaks around here and can't hold this level as resistance, I'll just jump out of it. Yeah, there it goes, starting to bounce back. Probably my time to get out. I guess I'll let it test 271.60 since it has a lot of resistance there as well. But if it cracks that, for sure I'm getting out. That's rough, Salty. You'll bounce back, man. Yeah, today hasn't been a great day for me either, obviously, thus far. There's a little bit of a drop in the SPY. Again, I don't know though. I just don't know if it's going to get as low to crack that low again. SPY's been overall a little choppy today, so probably not the best day to jump into it. But hopefully it works out. I mean, it's starting to drop. It's being cracked under the low of the day again here. It's getting low enough. Kind of in a little chop fest here. VWS GRC. Yeah, look at VVUS up to 74 cents now. Nice move here. Starting to spike. Volume kind of came out of nowhere with this one. I mean, I don't know. It had a nice gap yesterday. Up to 74. Testing that high of the day now. And there's the SPY quickly bouncing back. Maybe time to bail out. I'll let it test this right here, 55. It gets over 55, I'm out. Yeah, after this, I'm probably done for the day. I may look for a few swing trades later on, but Not a great market right now. A little slow, choppy, not a lot of action. Just kind of low volume overall in the market. Kind of a little double top in the SPY there. We'll see if it can act as some major resistance. Nice, Mole. Congrats, man. Good job, bro. BLNK going down hard. All right, so there goes VVUS here, still pushing up, breaking that high of the day. But yeah, you can see just super choppy in the SPY right now. A lot of big up wicks, down wicks, back and forth. Gonna try to stick to my plan here. Having a lot of resistance at that previous high. Gonna stick to it though. If it breaks that, I'll bail out for a small loss. Looks like it really wants to break it here. And about to get out. Out. Frustrating. Market's slow overall today though. Not too much really moving that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Not a great day for me. Just a slow, choppy day in the market like most Fridays are. I'm not totally convinced the SPY is going to bounce back. But overall, the market's just been slow and choppy right now. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Usually it's a little slow on Fridays. But anyways, guys, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Not that great of a week for me, but the 2 weeks prior to this were pretty good. So we'll see how I do next week. I think I had 3 losing days, 2 profitable days. So close to break even, but not great, I would say, for me. Hopefully I can do a little bit better, like I said. But losing weeks and days are going to happen, so I'm not too upset with it. Anyways, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe buttons if you haven't already. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at about 8:45 a.m. market time and stream until about 10:15, then 10:30 market time. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to check that out. If you want to do me a favor and help support this channel, click the like button right now in this video. It does help support us, and I appreciate all the support I can get, guys. But yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. I should have a few videos that I put out this weekend, and so be on the lookout for those as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. I'll see you all on Monday.